All right, greetings educators. This is your feedback for the Module 2 discussion. I don't have much feedback for your Module 2 assignment. Many of you are just reviewing courses and you're getting more in-depth experience with the rubric. And so until I can have a chance to really look at those and get you some good discussion and get you some good feedback on it, I will. But I wanted to go ahead and give you some feedback on the Module 2 discussion because I think that a lot of you can use that to work on your final project. So anyway, what I wanted to say was many of the topics that we covered in your discussion are wonderful and will really enhance our online classes. And some of them, I've got them listed below what exactly what they are if you want to copy and paste those and keep them for yourself. But I'm just going to go over them really quickly. Some of you talked about adding interactive discussions to your class. I think that's a great idea, and it's very purposeful. And it depends on what content you're teaching. But as a psychology class, almost all classes can use interactive discussions. So I just really highly suggest that they be added into a course, and especially for rigor and a variety of assignments. Types of assignments. At giving students personal and individual feedback, I use that strategy. I talk, and many of you notice that I talk to you individually, especially when I grade your assignments. I give you personal feedback on those assignments. Pre-course orientations, the person that wrote that wasn't very descriptive, but I can see where it's very valuable. Maybe doing a scavenger hunt over some of the required elements in the course information module. That students really need to look at those things. As an example, if you have a textbook resource that they need to be able to access and have an access code and all that, you could do kind of a scavenger hunt to teach them how to do that. And there's a variety of ways that you can put pre-course orientation into your class. Synchronous chats for tutoring and or office hours. I think it's a great idea. I think that the better idea is using video conferencing, just because the video conferencing tool has a whiteboard capability in it, and you could use that to draw on or write on or type on or whatever. Adding hands-on assignments. Again, not this person that wrote this is somewhat descriptive, but I think that's the challenge of teaching online, but it's very doable. Many of you are doing hands-on projects in this class and you're getting a good dose of what that is. We're not just asking them to summarize. I'm not just asking you to summarize what you've read, or a hands-on activity is not just asking a student to summarize a chapter. And I think that we need to be going beyond that in our online classes, and that attends to rigor in a course. The next thing that many of you talked about, or some of you talked about, was supportive forums. I add support forms into this class as an example of how to use those. There's other ways of using it, and I think it's a great tool for getting students to talk to each other and to talk to you without fear of being judged for what they're saying. The embedded questions into lecture material. I have embedded a quiz at the bottom of this feedback page to show you how you can embed a quiz into lecture material. And I'm using Google Form here, and I'm going to give you the resource about how to do that. It's pretty simple. There's some YouTube videos out on it, so I think you'll pick it up very quickly. It took me about 15 minutes to watch the video and build that quiz. So I think it's very similar to using the quizzing tool in Canvas, so I really do think that you can adopt it if you want to. Collaborative working groups was the other topic, and I love group work. I know you all hate the group work in this class, and I know that it's really a pain to facilitate in our online teaching, but personally, I think it prepares our students for going into the real world, and they're going to have to work together, do collaborative work in employment setting, and so I think that we have to. It's our responsibility to get them ready for that, and it teaches them time management. It teaches them collaborative working environments. I could just go on and on. You guys know what the benefits of group work are. Yes, it's a pain, but it's so worth it, and our students need that experience before they get out of college. Adding adding instructor profiles to a class. I hope that everybody's doing that. I think it's the number one engagement strategy that we can. I've said this often and we'll say it again. How is your personality showing up in your online class for your students? The more your personality shows up, the higher retention is going to be, and the better their grades are going to be, and they're more of an emotional connection that they're going to make to you. Timely feedback is critical. I think especially those first few weeks of class for our freshman, sophomore students, they need timely feedback immediately. And so, it makes for a busy first part of the semester, but we have to be there. The other thing that came up in this course was video lectures. In this discussion was video lectures, and it came up the most often. So just remember that. That was the most talked about topic in this discussion. The next thing that came up was video conferencing, and I love video conferencing. I think it's a great way to reach our students who are struggling. I think it's a great product to use for online office hours. Video introductions. I think every faculty member should be recording a video introduction to their students. Okay, educators, that's about what I have to say for the feedback on this discussion. What I wanted to tell you is tonight my recording is being done in iMovie on my iMac. I will be uploading it to YouTube and embedding it into a content page. So if some of you are Mac users, you can do that. It's pretty simple. Have a great evening. See you in the next discussion. Bye.